Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Dear students and viewers, my today's lesson is about the use of select menu of Chimera. Why selection is important? For example, you want to apply an action to a specific portion of a molecule. Then select that portion of the molecule first and then apply the action. The action will be applied to that specific portion of the protein only. If you do not select your target portion, the action will be applied to the whole molecule. Let's first apply an action to the protein without selection and see how it works. Suppose you want to show the surface of the molecule. Then from the select menu, click on show surface. You can see the action is applied to the whole molecule. Similarly, you can apply other actions to the whole molecule. Let's now apply an action to a specific portion of the protein molecule. For that, first you have to select that portion of the molecule and then apply the action. We selected chain A and then changed the color of chain A. You can see the color of only chain A is changed now. Let's come towards today's lesson now. The first thing I want to show you is how to select a specific chain of a molecule. Suppose this is a 4-chain protein. If you want to select chain A, select it now. Similarly, you can select other chains also. If you want to select all the atoms of a desired element of the molecule, then follow these steps. Suppose you want to select all the carbon atoms of this protein molecule, then go to Select, Chemistry, Element, and then click C, that is carbon. You see, the whole molecule seems selected. You cannot see if carbons are selected or all other elements are selected. To see clearly, first show all the atoms of the molecule and then hide the ribbon. Now repeat the steps for carbon selection. See, all the carbon atoms are selected now. No other element is selected. What if you want to select all the hydrogen atoms? Let's try. As hydrogen atoms are invisible, therefore nothing seems to be selected. Therefore, first I need to show the hydrogen atoms. For that purpose, first go to the Tools menu, then click Structure Editing, and then click Add Hydrogen. Now click OK and close this box. Now repeat the steps to select the hydrogen atoms. You can see the atoms are selected now. Similarly, you can select atoms of other elements also. For that purpose, go to Select menu again, click on Element and then click Nitrogen, for example. Nitrogen element atoms are selected now. These blue colored balls represent nitrogens, and you can see they are selected. Similarly, you can select all oxygen atoms. These red colored balls represent oxygen atoms. This other option contains the elements of the whole periodic table. You can select atoms of any element in the target molecule. Okay, how to select a specific functional group? If you have studied organic chemistry, then you know what I mean by functional groups. Functional groups include aldehyde functional groups, for example, carboxylic group, carbonyl group, or other groups. To see which functional groups you can select, go to Select menu, then click Chemistry, and then click Functional Groups. Here is the list of all the functional groups you can select in the given molecule if present. For example, you want to select amide groups, then follow these steps. Okay, selecting atoms according to atom type. To see the atom types, go to Select menu, click Chemistry, then click ID atom types. You will see the types of atoms available for selection in your molecule. Now let me explain the meanings of different text that you see here. C1 here means carbon, that is sp hybridized. 2 in front of any element means sp2 hybridized element. 3 means sp3 hybridized. For example, C3 means sp3 hybridized carbon atoms. Minus and plus symbols represent charge on the atoms. For example, N plus means nitrogen atoms with positive charge. AC stands for acidic atoms. AR stands for aromatic. For example, CAR means carbon atoms that are part of the aromatic system, are aromatic rings. OX stands for oxides. G stands for guanidinium. PL means nitrogen of amides or anilines. TR stands for nitro groups, and D stands for deuterium, which is an isotope of hydrogen. Let's select sp2 hybridized carbon atoms. For this purpose, you have to click on C2. For sp3, click on C3. All sp3 hybridized carbon atoms are selected now. To select all acidic carbons, click CAC. To select aromatic carbons, click on CAR. HC means select those hydrogen atoms which are bonded to carbons. O2 means sp2 hybridized oxygen atoms. Similarly, you can select all other atom types. You can also select a specific residue in the target structure. Here is the list of all the residues that you can select in this molecule. You can select amino acids according to their properties. For example, you can select all acidic amino acids, or you can select all the tiny amino acids. You can select charged amino acids or aromatic amino acids, etc. You can select non-standard groups. You can select water molecules. You can select all the heme groups. You can select all tryptophan residues, all alanine residues. You can select valine molecules. Let's try this now. First, let's select all the aliphatic amino acids. Now let's select all the aromatic amino acids. Similarly, you can select other categories of amino acids. Let's select all the heme molecules. You can also select all water molecules. You can select standard amino acids. And you can also select a specific amino acid. Now let's come towards selecting a portion of a structure. For this purpose, go to Select menu and then click on Structure. These are different structural things that you can select. By backbone minimum, we mean all the carbon and nitrogens of the backbone. It will not select other atoms connected as outgrowths to the backbone. The backbone full will select the backbone minimum elements plus all the hydrogen atoms of the carboxylic groups of the amino acids. If you want to select elements only in the coils region, then you click this coil option. You can select helices and strands also. Without CA-C1 means select R groups of amino acids, excluding the carbons to which they are bonded to. With CA-C1 means select R groups plus carbons of backbone to which the R groups are bonded to. If you click on ligands, it will select ligands. You can select solvent molecules by clicking on solvent option. Let's select the full backbone first. You can see all the backbone is selected now. By selecting minimum backbone, you select backbone without oxygens of the carbonyls. Now let's select side chains with CAC. You can select side chains without CAC1. Similarly, you can select other parts of the structure too. I think this was enough in this lesson. In next video, inshallah, we will learn about the rest of the select menu. Thanks and bye.